What's up, guys? This is Z Rant Show coming to you. Um, I have an idea. Throughout the years, we've watched some crazy games in the NFL, but sometimes we forget about them. And personally, I have some crazy ties to these games. Just watching it, just the experience with it, and just watching the game mature to where it is now and seeing where it once was. When it comes to the NFL, history is amazing to watch. It's amazing to go back, look at, and just relive. And I want to start a series with the NFL and just recapping some of the greatest games that I've ever watched personally. So, starting one today, 2013 NFC Championship, Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers. It really doesn't get no bigger than this when it comes to championship games, the hype, the rivalry. This is NFC West. This is, I see you three times in the season. You know my moves. I know your moves. What are we going to do? It's an iron match. This game did not disappoint. On one end, you had the San Francisco 49ers, personally, who I wanted to win. Colin Kaepernick, Frank Gore, Anquan Bolden, Michael Crabtree, Vernon Davis, Michael James, Kendall Hunter. Did I say Anquan Bolden? Michael Crabtree, yes. Delaney Walker. What did we? Come on, Vance McDonald. That's just offense. Defense. Let's just take a pause here. When it comes to championship games, when it comes to who'd you want in an alleyway, both teams has a claim to this. It doesn't get no better than the LOB or San Francisco 49ers defense. Hall of Famers everywhere. Names galore. You can't beat it. Me personally, I was going with San Fran. It hurt my heart that they lost this game, but you got the best linebacker duo, arguably Patrick Willis, NaVorro Bowman. You got Aldon Smith, Justin Smith, Ray McDonald, running 3-4 defense. Whew, Lord, Ahmad Brooks on the back end. Then you got Carlos Rogers, Deshaun Goldson. Come on, man. It doesn't get no better than that. Then on Seattle's side, come on. LOB for a reason. Championship defense. Sherman, Earl, Cam, Bobby, KJ, Bruce Irvin, Cliff Averill, Michael Bennett, inside Brandon Meebang. Come on, man. What do you want? Excuse me. Marshawn Lynch on the other end too. Russell Wilson, Jermaine Curse. No, Percy wasn't there for this one. Shout out Percy Harvin. Jermaine Curse. You had Doug Baldwin. Come on, man. This game, this era of football with these two teams, it doesn't get no better than this. You talk about two home crowds that is just amazing. Candlestick Park with San Fran. Then you got the Lumen Field with Seattle to 12. Shout out to 12, man. What more could you want? I was rewatching this game, and I'm just looking at Colin Kaepernick. I'm gonna drop some clips on this too. Watching Colin Kaepernick with these long gazelle-like legs, running around the field and throwing it off his front foot, jumping, hitting Anquan Bolden. Dang.
Hops through trouble and now throws. End zone. Caught for the touchdown. Anquan Bolden. And
Come on, man. What are we doing here? The hard hits knocking you out the game.
Kaepernick. Underneath, he's got Vernon Davis who gets popped. Ball is out, and now they're going to say no catch.
Like I said, these two teams are in the same division, so they know each other's moves. This is their third time facing each other in a season. And, you know, it was a lot of bad calls. I'm going to show that as well. Seattle kind of got a lot of leeway.
And he was short of the end zone on third down and goal, but then it looked like the ball popped free.
Yeah, it looked like NaVorro Bowman may have been the guy who was able to pull it out, and they're saying that Seattle maintains possession.
And it could be Bowman. Bowman's the guy that forced it. He's got the ball right there, right in his gut, but you see the left leg of NaVorro Bowman get pinned underneath. And it might have been at that moment that he lost the football. But Bowman comes out of there with the ball, but as I look at Mike Pereira, he's telling us this is not reviewable. So this could be another bad break.
A two-possession game. I think Pete Carroll's doing the right thing.
On 4th and goal, Lynch lost the ball. It's out. And either way, the 49ers are going to get it.
Right. But I will say San Fran offense at times just sputtered, and that's what gave Seattle the lead because Colin Kaepernick was a good thrower. I wouldn't say he was a great thrower. He was an okay thrower, and he struggled in throwing in the tight spots. And in the end, he forced the ball to Michael Crabtree when he really did not have to, and Seattle converted. Seattle, they capitalized on this.
One pass defense in football, and here the 49ers have driven it down on the arm of Colin Kaepernick with a chance to take the lead.
Kaepernick, end zone, Crabtree, broken up, picked off. This game is over. Knocked in the air, intercepted by Smith. Off the hands of Richard Sherman.
So let's start from the beginning. Both teams, great teams coming into it, and nobody really knew who the edge was. I would say you had to get an edge to Seattle, but it still was just that we really don't know. I think both teams were split coming into this third game, and run game heavy. Frank Gore, Marshawn Lynch, a lot of play action. San Fran started out pretty good. You know, they started out first play of the game, strip sack, fumble on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson didn't know what was going on. But San Fran didn't convert. They kicked the field goal. It was a lot of that pretty much the whole game. A lot of San Fran is getting you in spots, but they just could not convert. And Seattle was like a dog waiting to just bite. It's like, okay, you keep putting that bone out there, eventually the dog is going to go for it. And Seattle did. And once Seattle took that lead, it's kind of hard. They're not going to give it back to you because their defense is suffocating as well. And they just playing that cover 6 defense. They're going to fall into a trap. And I would say in this game, you see the backyard football, the just thinking on a go with these quarterbacks. Man, a lot of tough catches, a lot of mistakes on both sides, fumbles, interceptions. But in the end, San Fran had a shot, and they did not convert. Personally, this was my favorite era of football. I was 13 years old watching this, playing Madden crazy. I can name almost every player on each team in the NFL at this time. Like, I was a fanatic, still am. But this is when it really started for me. This was when I was in my prime of, like, really loving the NFL. And, you know, NFL Hall of Fame is galore on both sides. It's a storybook franchise with San Fran and Seattle. San Fran did end up going to the Super Bowl in this era, but they lost to Baltimore. Heartbreaking fashion as well. Seattle, they got lucky. They won one, should have won more with their defense and offense. But both teams were so exciting to watch. A lot of unsung heroes. Seattle, Doug Baldwin. Come on, man. Need I say more? Like, the guy is one of the most unsung receivers, most underrated receivers, overlooking receivers in this game. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. But he should definitely be talked about a lot more than he is today. Jermaine Kearse has some very legendary catches, one in the Super Bowl, one in that Packers game, I believe, that was really crazy. But he's an unsung hero as well. Marshawn Lynch going crazy, beast mode. He had a good run in this game. And, you know, just like I said, Anquan Boldin, unsung hero as well. Michael Crabtree, Vernon Davis. I need you guys to go back and watch this game. The intensity, you could cut the tension with a knife. And it was I would say the last good era of smash mouth football, gladiators, real men playing the game the way we loved it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the old Madden battles me and my cousins used to have playing. I used to run with Seattle. I used to run with San Fran. My cousin used to run with Seattle. And my favorite player was Patrick Willis at the time. And Patrick Willis and Russell Wilson going at it. It was so tough because Russell Wilson was probably the most nimblest quarterback in the league, and that's what his name to fame was. He could get out of any hole. I mean, this guy was slippery than this guy was a mouse on the field. He was crazy. He could make any throw, running around 20 yards, 30 yards, and then right down. Like, it was unseen. Nobody's seen it before. I really was there for the Steve Young days. I don't think Steve Young was doing it like Russell Wilson. I'm just going to be honest with you. He was legendary, and that's why Russell Wilson was able to play into his later career because of the resume he had going back. And you just could never count the Seahawks out with that defense. With Russell Wilson, they was that guy. They were that team. He was that guy. And Colin Kaepernick, they was right there with them, but Seattle had the edge. Maybe it was coaching. Who knows? But Seattle really ran it for a long time. And it was just a great moment in football, a great moment in sports. And I think you guys should go check that game out again. It was fun. It was fun for me to watch this. I enjoyed it because when you're looking at them old games, you're like, you know who wins, but you're just like, come on, you guys could do it. Especially the team that lost. You're like, come on, guys, you could do it. You could do it. You could do it. And history is history. You can't change it. So it was really fun to watch again. The next game that I want to do, it's going to be a game that you guys probably went over your head. We're going to do Vikings versus the San Francisco 49ers. Might have been 2009, 2010 season. Check it out. Coming soon. It's going to be a crazy game, but it's more so the story behind it for me personally. And it's not going to be as long as this video, but it's going to be a pretty cool one. Tune in soon. Peace.